In hip-work-intensive dance like belly dance, it's crucial to keep your knees always soft or slightly bent, never locked into totally straight position. To generate fast hip movement, you need your knees to be always ready to bend instantly. Locked straight position will slow down your movements and make them uneven. Belly dance hip drop. Lift your hip and drop it sharply. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Three-quarter orientation to your audience. All the focus is on this hip. Only one hip. On the side of the drop, the foot is on toe. The supporting foot is flat. During the drop, your heel doesn't come down to the floor. Keep it high up. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. As you lift your hip, your opposite knee bends. As you drop your hip, your opposite knee straightens. Drop, the opposite knee straightens sharply. Weight entirely on one leg, on your supporting leg, right? Don't put weight on your hip drop leg. See, I can lift this leg off the floor. No weight on this leg. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Sit a bit lower. Keep both knees bent. They don't straighten all the way. Lift and drop. Make sure you're not bouncing. If your lower body is isolated by the knee work, your head will stay at the same level, and your upper body is still. As you lift your hip, your deep abdominal muscles work. Contraction right here, up and drop. Your goal is to bring your hips straight up, as close as you can to your rib cage, but make sure you're not tilting forward. This movement is vertical, not lateral. Lift and drop. To make your hip work accented, make the straightening and bending of your knees sharp. You can add a glute contraction on the side of your supporting leg for a bigger accent. Lift and drop. You contract the glutes on this side, opposite to the drop. Glute contractions require more focus, so start by producing the sharp, accented feel to your hip drops with your knees. Then add the glutes. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Work with your knees. Lift softly, drop sharply. This constant bending and straightening of the knees may be a bit difficult to get used to at first, but just keep doing these moves, always mindful of the knee work. Just keep going, and eventually things will fall in place. Work with full-length instructional and belly dance fitness videos that offer practice sessions so that you practice with an instructor, not alone. And we'll start practicing right now. Any hip work movement in belly dance is always accompanied by arm frames or patterns and tilts and turns of your head. In the small format, we can't cover these elements, but once you got the basics of the technique, you can study with our full-length instructional programs or belly dance workouts to enhance your hip work with beautiful arm patterns. For non-stop practice in the context of real dance combinations, I recommend these belly dance workouts: Luscious and Love Potion. You can get them at worlddancenewyork.com.